It is time. Let's go. Alright, let's do it. Mochimon versus LuneX. This is the one that we've all wanted to see. That I've wanted to see for the past several weeks. LuneX have not been tested yet, and now they finally get to go up against a team that has some heft to it. A team that can actually punch back. That said, I still have to give it to LuneX because the more I watch this team and the more I watch them scrim, the more I watch them play other teams, the more I watch them play as a collective, the more I trust in Crimzo's shot calling and Flame's playmaking in this Flame-Kurova backline. They're so good. They are so good at crisis management. And kicking things off on Krakoa, Gambit ban gonna come out from the side of LuneX. Mochimon with a group ban. Mochimon, I think, already have an interesting strategy in play, but LuneX are going to go with a triple strategist lineup here. And I'm already here for it. Go Yushir. Yushir, no doubt, already hovering the Phoenix. Most likely going to be playing that. Low-key ban going to come out from Mochimon. And also the Thing Protect, I think, is going to be interesting. I think both teams want to play Daredevil right now. Or some degree of dive melee duelist. Adam Warlock Protect as well. Okay, so Mantis, Adam, Jeff maybe? No, not Jeff. That would be silly. Mantis, Adam, Rocket. Mantis, Adam... I mean, maybe Jeff isn't that bad. Obviously, you're going to put Kurova on the... you're going to put Kurova on the Adam. You're probably going to have Raimazing on the Mantis. Oh, yeah, Invis. Of course, Invis. Phoenix Protect and Emma ban. Interesting. Okay. This all makes sense for Mochimon. I think we're gonna get a pretty solid Daredevil head-to-head. LuneX are setting themselves up for success, a composition that they're very, very strong at, which is that triple strategist backline. And again, they're one of the only teams that are leveraging the Adam Warlock to such high success. We've seen a couple other teams in MRC try it, but none try it the way LuneX are able to do it. And a large part of that's going to be because of Kurova. And I think overall, with the protects and the bans that Mochimon come through with as well, like, LuneX still kind of come out ahead. Like, Yushir gets to play Phoenix, which is obviously his favorite hero. Flame, most likely, like we said, going to be on the Invis. And he can do a lot to, like I said, have that crisis management there. Raimazing on the Mantis has been something special as well. Bridging the gap between this triple strategist composition, but still making up the bulk of damage here. 2 Atoms in this economy? Yo, these fights are never going to end. We are going to have res comps out the wazoo.
Get ready.
We fight today not just for our mutant brothers and sisters, but for all sentient life.
Charles would be proud, Eric.
Team Guilty is scared. Yeah, this one's going to be a banger. Luna isn't picked because Invis is just better at surviving when it comes to being Dove right now. So you're not going to see a whole lot of Luna. Like, if you're playing Luna, you have to hit your snowballs or Daredevil will kill you 10 times over before you can even blink. If you're Invis, you have the tools to be able to win that 1v1 or live through it. And honestly, sometimes living through it is just good enough. So, short answer, Invis is just better right now. Alright, strange TP from Dongmin. Behind the waterfall. Interesting strategy from LuneX. I'm not sure that I've seen a team play like this before. Mochimon taking the opposite approach here. And Yushir's going to have the shield and have the angle to get a bunch of those sparks built up. Get a ton of damage dealt right out the gate. And back fast just completely pops there. The Thing just going to be an ult battery, a damage sponge for Yushir, who's already 67% to that ultimate there. Techie also gonna fall, and LuneX just blitzkrieg right over Mochimon. And they make it look so easy. Literally all Dongmin has to do is hold this shield and hold W, and with the team all following suit behind that shield, one by one, they all fall. And Tap with a late death there as well. And that's like, look at the ults for LuneX. One fight and they literally have everything they could possibly want to take this next fight. This 25% is going to be up to 99 before you know it. Because LuneX are not known to overinvest when it comes to their ultimates here. They can be a little bit, you know, a little impulsive with some of them if they want to. Or they can be frivolous and take their time. But they're going to open up with an invisible boundary. It's mirrored. I'm still staying on the Yusha POV because I'm expecting the Endsong Inferno to come out, because with how fast he built that, you would be expecting another big burst of damage for the rest of LuneX to follow up on. But instead, they're going to go in with the Eye of Agamotto. Good push. Going to remove a lot of the follow-up from coming through, and now there's that Endsong Inferno, trying to drop it right on top of Month, but with the Soul Resurgence, there's enough overhealth from Month to be able to live. And Mochimon getting the better of this ult exchange so far, as it's still been bloodless in this fight. But you got to keep an eye on Kurova playing very far back. BDRM going to come out. Good soul bond. Should help them live through it. Even with the Endsong Inferno double dipping, Kurova so good at being able to soak up this damage. And Soul Resurgence now from Amazing. They could have saved that, honestly, but still having not fallen. And Kurova just still dishing out the damage, forcing out that Karmic Revival from Tap. Now Kurova can play for his own. You can see him playing kind of safe, and he wants to go for a place to hide. Invisible Boundary coming out, and Kurova gonna back up a little bit more. He's expecting his team to fall now. Crimzo will do so. There's the Karmic Revival now coming out. And we're gonna get those res coming through. And LuneX now, just like I said, carrying it all the way up to 99. Flamay can come in with Invisible Boundary, and Mochimon are all out of resources. Month is gonna be coming up on a Soul Resurgence here. That's all Mochimon have to keep themselves in the fight. Yusha can't burst through that with the Endsong Inferno again, but I have Agamotto and so much damage, they can confirm that KO onto Avery. So much damage, but such good pocket that comes out from Mochimon. And now Mochimon have control of this fight. Nectar with the Endsong Inferno will find Crimzo, and Kurova has fallen. Will use the Cocoon to come back, but not gonna have a team to come back to, and LuneX will have to concede this point. Mochimon get themselves on the board. Nearly 100-0, but Mochimon able to draw a line in the sand. Also, shouts out Avatar Liger, by the way. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. It really does, right? Yancey Street Charge and an aggressive Invisible Boundary, but Teki wasn't in it. And now Crimzo with that Meteor M looking to strike. Tap with the Karmic Revival, and again, LuneX can get the better revival here, and they have ults to take the fight both before and after it. Soul Resurgence coming out, and Flamay also holding on to this Invisible Boundary. Mochimon gave up too much space, and LuneX find the flip, so no more percentage ticking up. Invisible Boundary, and Flamay does a good job of getting out of dodge. Also pocketing Amazing there. Oh, Dongmin lurking from above. An Air Burst Missile, the Eye of Agamotto, and Tap has the overhealth. Good Soul Resurgence that comes out from Month. And now we're looking at Kurova to try and be the one to make the play. He's got that Karmic Revival behind the teleporter. Not a bad place to put it. Gonna res up at least 2, 3. Huge res that does come out, but there's no ults for this second fight. All they can really do is try and hope to build up more resources, maybe find an opening KO. Soul Bond going crazy right now for LuneX, but Amazing is gonna fall, and there's not gonna be a res this time around. Nectar wants to invest with the Endsong Inferno. It doesn't land. And Dongmin falls. Crimzo getting pushed off the point, and Mochimon should be finding the flip back over their way. Indeed, they will. They actually come out ahead. 3 ultimates now coming online, and they've got the Karmic Revival. Mochimon can take this to 99. Late death onto Kurova as well. Damage amp onto Yusha early on there from Amazing. I think right now, you're kind of... like, Flamay's ultimate is going to be load-bearing right now. You need this Invisible Boundary to be able to live through everything. Mochimon are coming up on so many more tools. It's going to be a long fight, and no doubt we're going to 99. But Yusha has the angle, has the Endsong Inferno. Teki is under so much pressure right now. Dongmin, though, getting that pressure returned right back in kind. Good healing, clobber in time, and Flamay is there at just the right time. Invisible Boundary with the later one from Avery. Endsong Inferno. There are some members outside of that boundary. But good block to stop the damage coming out, and Yusher can't find what he's looking for. I have Agamotto, but again, Soul Resurgence, but Nectar pops before the Soul Resurgence can come through. That's going to force the Karmic Revival, and that's fine because this time LuneX have the tools for the second fight. As Tap reses them all back up, Kurova can once again get the later Karmic Revival, and Raimazing is there with the Soul Resurgence of his own. Might be needing to pop it right now to stop the blast coming out as Nectar with that Endsong Inferno. So much damage coming out. Techie is going to fall, and there's not going to be a res this time. That is a permanent death. It looks like the LuneX have done enough. Mochimon are still in the fight, though, but Backfast is going to be falling. Yusher pumping in the damage on the Phoenix. Tap has the Cocoon. But it doesn't matter. Mochimon, they run it back to 99, but they can't close it out as LuneX just play the ult economy a little bit better, and they win the fight. Yeah, Yusher has always played DPS as far as I know. Known mostly, I think, for the Phoenix. But also, you know, if you can play Phoenix, you can play Hela. I know in this composition, or on this team, Yusher will sometimes play things like Wolverine or Star-Lord as well. Just kind of flexing around Raimazing's hero pool. But in this situation, by the way, an interesting one, look across at the picks and bans and see what you don't see. You don't see Daredevil on any of them, but neither team is playing it. Raimazing could make that swap if he wants to, but I think, at least on Krakoa, LuneX believe in this triple strategist composition way more because it plays into Kurova and one strategy that he has that no one else can do as good as he can. And of course, it's Adam Warlock. And the fact that Kurova didn't have to use that Karmic Revival means that LuneX can take 2 fights here. They're going to build up to a ton of ultimates, but they can just throw this fight away if they really want to. If they don't feel like it's going their way in the neutral. Oh my god, the damage. The Psionic Detonation and Yusher just 2-tapping tap. Techie on a sliver of HP, and without the Atom there, and with Month on the back foot, that Mantis healing, it's not going to be enough. Dogman's there with the cleanup, and LuneX, like I said, in the neutral, they can just take it. They can just walk forward and take it. They didn't have to ult. They didn't have to invest. And if they didn't feel like it was going their way, they still had that Wall Street bailout, but now they can carry that one over. It does give Tap time to be able to match it. 90% for the Karmic Revival for Tap. So the Adam Warlock advantage might have flipped over to the other side, or been given up, rather. But LuneX able to get themselves on the board. Got nearly a third of the point already captured. Another aggressive Visible Boundary from Flamme. Gonna force one out from Avery. Dongman with this Meteor M, looking to drop it right on top of Tap. Not gonna be able to confirm the KO. Clobbering time is absolutely huge though, but Kurova is in position to get a huge res. And now Crimzo can come back with clobbering time of his own. The Yancey Street charge to get on point and keep this one going. Stop the flip from coming out. And there's clobbering time, catching onto the enemy thing. Meteor M though coming out from Techie. Are LuneX able to live it? With this Soul Resurgence, it seems they will be able to, as Dogman and Yusher are still just keeping it going in the KO feed, and Raimazing is going to get involved in there as well, 64%, and Backfast is going to be dying really late, joining the rest of the team. Both teams investing heavily in that one, but LuneX, despite using everything, coming out with over 70%, and Mochimon weren't able to get a good Karmic Revival off that one. So they don't even get the chance to leverage the one advantage that they have, and now LuneX can take this to 99. Nectar can Mantis if Month can Atom instead of Tap. But, I mean, it's way too late to make those swaps. Oh, Yusher just takes down Nectar, forces out the Karmic Revival early, and now Mochimon might not even be able to touch. Yancey Street charge from Backfast to be able to touch. Techie is there with the Metallic Curtain, getting Mochimon on the board now. But that advantage that they carried over, it's not going to be there. Another aggressive Invisible Boundary, and once again, forces it out. Order of Operations means that this Endsong Inferno should be coming out shortly. Month looking to answer with this Soul Resurgence. But I think Yusher knows that and doesn't want to pull that first trigger. Instead, going to wait for Month to use the Soul Resurgence first. But with that, they're able to take down Yusher. And Nectar is one for Raimazing as well. The res, though, Kurova gets a 3-man. The point flips, but LuneX are ready for another fight, and Mochimon don't have a whole lot of tools. They've got Vanguard ultimates, but that's not going to be enough. As Soul Resurgence and Endsong Inferno, Yusher gets access deep into the back line. Is looking to try and drop this Endsong Inferno right on top of Tap, but I think that might have been the Soul Bond that came out. If not, it was just enough healing, but nevertheless, it's enough to force Mochimon back. Nectar falls. Teki just surrounded by piranhas, and now Month is not going to be doing a whole lot to contest here. Dongmin going to make damn sure of that. Kurova is good for 2 in the KO feed. And Mochimon have to go for the strange TP. Back fast. Taking the fight back straight onto the point. Avery is going to be coming up on this invisible boundary, but has to do so much work and can't even touch the point. Had to play off it to play safe to try and build up to the ultimate. But Flamey had the ult and he did not, and LuneX will take Krakoa 2-0. And if this is the first major challenge for LuneX, where's the second? Because I think this is a hurdle that they are primed to clear. They're playing out these fights perfectly. They understand it so well, and it's not these big pop-off moments, which they're having nonetheless. Yusher is popping off in the KO feed. He's getting the damage. He's finding these picks in the neutral that he has no business getting. 14 of them, as a matter of fact. Doubling what anyone else in the entire lobby has. Doubling Nectar's final blows. Doubling Dongmin's final blows plus 2 extra. 30k damage. Disgusting. And yet, a large part of that damage is because of the way that LuneX are playing this. They're so smart. They know the tempo. They know their win cons. This guy is insane. I agree. And the crazy thing is, he is the player on LuneX with the least amount of name value. One of the things that interested me about this roster initially was that you had Flamey and Dongmin of the Intergalactic core coming into this team, joining up with Crimzo, Kurova, and Raimazing, the old Sentinels core, reuniting after breaking off and Kurova and Raimazing being part of Dark Zero. You've got these pre-existing synergies, and then Yusher's kind of the odd one out, right? He's the one who kind of comes into this but has something to prove. But when he's putting up those damage numbers, he's proving his worth. Did you see Mutants map score? Uh-oh. How did Mutants do? How did Mutants do? Oh, they might be boomed. Oh, they might be boomed. They might... Yeah, we lost might beat Mutants here. I don't want to spoil some of these other games because we might go back to them later on. Dildux versus Radicad. Surely Dildux are up 1-0 there. Okay, Guilty beat back fast. Guilty beat back fast. Okay, makes sense. What else do we have? Ego Death, surely up 1-0 against LeChucks. Yeah, of course. Sounds bad in comms. Yeah. Yeah. Melania is, like, him leaving last night. Not to put blame on him specifically, but, like, that was kind of, like, the flag that went off where it's like, oh, something's not clicking for this team. How are Flark losing? Wait. Oh, wait, no. Oh, Flark won. Okay, sorry. I was like, I got flipped over here. I was like, no way Deathseeker beat Flark. And then I look and I see Aramori's MVP. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, wait, no, this makes sense. This is what this is how that match should be going. Are links allowed in this chat? Typically no, but mods can permit you. And I got you, fam. I got you. You have 60 seconds. Post your link now or explode. Ew. 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 Sure. Ew, sure. It's gross. Bro did actually just, like... There was definitely some exploding happening there. Okay. I want to check in on this one. Aramori is on Flark. Wait, Dildux lost to Rad Academy? Yeah, you can also do that, Hannah. You can also do that if you want. You can permit me. I'm allowed to put... Wow, thank you. Oh my god. Yo, Too Cold. Shouts out. Hard time deciding between these teams. I think you picked the right team. I hope, legitimately, I hope this team stays together. The more I watch LuneX, the more I'm like, yo, these guys are clicking. These guys are greater than the sum of their parts, and their parts are pretty damn good.
Pick your hero.
Like, I'll say it.
Villain, I'm
I'll
not
say it. Last season, I was a Crimzo doubter. Or not even last season. Last, like, in MRI, I was a Crimzo doubter. I don't think I'm a Crimzo doubter anymore. I think Dongmin and Flamme are proving that they can punch up. Yusher is showing his worth. And Raimazing and Kurova are still... They're still god tier, you know? Yeah, no, the blade was bait. The blade was bait. Oh, Zoe's not playing here in Dilduck. That's why they're losing. That's why Dilducks are losing. Okay, let me... I'm going to check back in on this one in a second. But I need to make sure that Mochimon and LuneX haven't started yet. Okay, they haven't. We got a couple more minutes to watch this one. Yeah, and the thing about Crimzo too, why I also think he's going to have a great 2026, is I see a lot of the same things in him that I saw in Spark Chief at the end of Ignite, which was the shot calling, the leadership, the being able to
Battle starts in 5,
take control from the front line and just make
3,
smart plays
2,
and lead the charge in smart ways.
all you need to do is capture
It's
the
like
area.
it's
Got it?
it's like a binary where it either is working or it is not when you have this kind of like smart player coach in your front line sort of situation. And whatever was going wrong on Sentinels, it wasn't working. But I think with LuneX right now, for the time being, it's working out well. And I think I keep gassing up Flamme because I think that's also part of it. The two of them both make really, really strong calls. And they don't counter call each other either. Like, I think Flamme has insane playmaking potential from the backline, but he's doing it in a way that isn't, like, stepping on Crimzo's toes. And Crimzo is also making good calls and being a good leader. And I think with pieces like, you know, Kurova, Flamme being smart and being able to manage crises as well as they do, being able to live as well as they do. And with players like, you know, like Raimazing just able to do, like Raimazing just being able to adapt and have such a weird hero pool, I think is also really strong. Got a phone call? Yeah, I'll chill. I agree, though. I was telling Chase, like, not that I want this team to get signed away from you, but legitimately, if if they all got signed to a partner org together, or if you guys got partner org, that'd also be sick. Because I think, like, I don't know what roster mania is going to spell for a lot of these teams and a lot of these players. But I think LuneX have, like, some serious underdog potential in NA. Okay, this is good so far for Dilducks. Are they running it back? I see Yusher is getting back on, though. Are we... Oh, come on. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. LuneX is an org. In fact, you've got the org owner 2 messages above you. A LuneX partner skin bundle will go crazy? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah, absolutely. With, like, the purple colors? Like, that's heat. That's heat. How's Ego Death doing? They're doing good. Doom Crew versus Intergalactic is going the way of Doom Crew. A Kurova Atom skin. Dude, yeah, we lost in Mutants, like, 10 minutes, and let me guess. What was the ban phase like for this game? Protect Spider-Man. And they didn't ban Hulk. They banned Daredevil, protect Groot, ban Venom. Protect Hela. I don't think Mutants know how to ban against this team. Are you still on Yaoi Lovers? No. So, I didn't commit to the bit, and instead I joined Leg Day's team. So I can get the top 126 bundle, because they did better than Yaoi Lovers, and I'm nothing if not a slut for more rewards. Coward? Listen, I was always on the side of Yuri. Nevertheless, alright? Yuri is the correct side of history. Speaking of history, though, history is about to be made as the first loss for Mochimon is going to be coming through here. Hall de Jalia, and we get to see the ban phase as LuneX look to close this series out. And I wonder if this ban phase is going to show any adaptations coming out from Mochimon. Because remember last time, they protected Daredevil, but neither team ended up playing it because LuneX forced the triple strategist composition. And so far with Groot and Gambit being banned and Mantis being protected, LuneX have done it again. Right out the gate. So Mochimon can still protect Daredevil if they want to, but I don't know that they're going to be able to. In fact, at this stage, it might be smarter for them to ban Daredevil. But we'll see. Ban the Atom. Okay. That might even be smarter. It's hard to pin down whether or not the Atom Warlock was the reason that you lost, but forcing Kurova to play something else is wise. With the Daredevil ban as well, though, there's almost definitely going to be triple strategist coming out. And with Loki Protect as well. So, Loki Invis Mantis, and then you still have Rocket on the field. Mochimon can only ban one of those two. Vicky Kitty, Lemon Kiwi, Kenobi, so many people have this same background, and I didn't realize that before I bought it. But yes. Yes. We do. We all do. What can I say? Cherry blossoms in red? Like, it just goes hard. It's just cute. Alright. Invis ban and Hella ban. Okay. We're in a weird sort of play state here. Ooh, wait. I should have predicted. I should have predicted the Ultron. Okay, so Mantis, Loki, Rocket, I think is the most, especially for the defensive side, the most effective comp you can get for your duelists or for your strategists. But I had not considered Ultron. The question is Month going to stay on Rocket, or are we going to see them mirror the Loki? It looks like Loki is going to be on the menu, but this is going to be the thing to watch here. True, true. I would love to cast with Vicky. What's crazy is, like, she's one of the Overwatch people who have transitioned to Marvel Rivals that I just haven't gotten the chance to work with yet. Like, I've worked with Leg Day, I've worked with Dogman, I've worked with Moxie, but I've never gotten the chance to work with Vicky. And I love her because she and I also share a love of Apex Legends. We have similar interests in all the hero shooters that we like, but we just haven't had that chance to overlap.
You have to stop them from securing the mission area.
Not like that, Zoe. Not like that. Ooh, Kurova actually on the Luna. And I'm willing to bet... Yeah, Crimzo's got the idol. Okay, okay, good. So, Crimzo might actually be able to get the better of this Angela duel. And that alone might just mean Crimzo can control more space than Backfast can. Techie with an early KO there onto Yusha. And remember, because we swapped to the Luna, we don't have access to the Rocket, so we have to try and trade that one out, and that's a good trade. And now that should be unfettered access to the backline for LuneX. Raimazing should be able to get a fair bit done here, but still being pressured back. Nectar has the angle right now, and no one can really shut him off of it. Sleep goes a little bit wide, hits the edge of the door frame there. But while Mochimon are still playing really split, and Dongman is doing a good job of holding the front door here, Yusher should now be back with the rest of the team and is pumping in the damage right down main. But now Avery wants to control the tempo. That's going to force out the lamps with this Rage of Ultron. Dongmin now with the Sonic Seduction has pretty much everybody caught. The shield is good from Techie, at least initially. But it does force everyone back. Good sleep, but the Soul Resurgence is still kicking and forcing more out. And the cleanup is just so good from LuneX. And 2:18 in the time bank, and LuneX have already done a fair bit here. That icon, okay, that I know for a fact that was not Vicky who made that iconic call, Liger. I know for a fact that wasn't her. But if it was, it would have been like at least 20% more iconic. Yeah, the Angela duel is very funny. But like, Crimzo just has passive healing, basically. Month copied Angela? Oh yeah, I thought I heard that. I thought I heard a Heaven's Retribution. So that's a big misplay that comes out from Mochimon. And it's one that LuneX can now capitalize on because they have the ult advantage. Huge Heaven's Retribution. Gonna force out the lamps and the Soul Resurgence. And Crimzo is gonna get felled. Good response from Mochimon, but is it an overinvestment? Is now we can have a second Soul Resurgence that comes out from Flamme. Again, this is that crisis management. The sleep gets slurped up there by Techie's Meteor M, and that's a 1-2 punch. And Mochimon should be able to get the cap here, but LuneX are not going to go down easily, and Kurova is able to find Avery, get that Fate of Both Worlds going, and now with Crimzo back in the fight, LuneX turn it. In less than a minute left, Mochimon, they're gonna have the Rage of Ultron to be able to control the tempo, but they don't have any follow-up to that. Month is gonna have to not duplicate an Angela in this next fight in order for Mochimon to even be able to get in the front door. Win con for Mochimon right now is Avery forces out Soul Resurgence with this Rage of Ultron, and somehow after that expires, Mochimon are able to find a KO. Oh, they're gonna use the Soul Resurgence for tempo? All right, Month whiffs the sleep there. LuneX giving it respect. A good sleep onto Kurova, but no follow-up damage coming out. Rimazing is going to pop that Soul Resurgence. Now we use the Rage of Ultron to clean up, but Month is already down. Now the Rage of Ultron is just used to heal the backline, and so much damage. Avery can't go aggressive with this, and just pops. Yusher finds the shots. Psionic Seduction coming out from Dongmin, and it's so hard to get in the front door, and Yusher just kicks them right back through it. Soul Resurgence from Mochimon from tap is canceled, and a full hold for LuneX. Mochimon can't even get a tick.
Switch things up, including which side you're on. You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Ooh. Do LuneX go all the way? It might be too soon to predict, but do LuneX go all the way? Because who else in NA can really stop them? Mutants, maybe? Yeah, we lost. Doom Crew? Possibly? But I agree with Pyro Earth right now. And it's not because I'm being paid to say it, but LuneX does look unstoppable. Like, on an individual level, you're not seeing, like, these major peaks, aside from, you know, when Yusher is popping off, but that's kind of what you expect from your hit scan player. But you're seeing just such good crisis management from LuneX that even when it looks like they've lost a fight, they still win it. Because Kurova's able to just find one and turn it with a strategist ult. Or, you know, Dongmin is able to shut down the aggression with that Sonic Seduction at the right time. Their timings and their team plays and their decisions, they're all so peak right now that unless you have, like, insane pop-off potential, you can't really overcome it. It's a team gap.
3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
Yeah, I don't want to, like, cash in the scrim bucks too heavily, but, like, if the scrim bucks are to be believed, you know, the scrim dollar has got to be worth a fair bit right now. Damage boost onto Yusher. He's already got 2 sparks building up onto Nectar. Gonna keep building up more free sparks, raking all of Month's clones. And LuneX are just able to pressure Mochimon back. LuneX already on the point right now. Crimzo with the kidnap there onto Backfast, and Yusha with the Sonic Detonation to confirm the KO. And this one might already be over. Mochimon can't really contest here. Teki on such a low amount of HP. Good sleep that comes out from Tap, but Teki is still on death's door. Flamé finds 2, and they just can't contest. It's a C9. It's a bit of a C9. They could have contested that a little bit longer, but good God. LuneX just like, they just bully Mochimon back. Like, Teki takes so much damage and has to keep healing back to try and get the heals, and he gets it, yeah. He's able to stay alive, yeah, but you need your duelist, or you need your Vanguard on point in order to contest, in order to make that even worth it. You can't control the space, you can't win the game. And, like, look at that. 12k damage for Dongmin. Like, 15-0. Bro did not die. They did not confirm a single KO on Dongmin, or Kurova for that matter. That's not fair. Like, that's legitimately just not fair. Out-damaged the DPS, for sure. Lived through hell and back. And, like, even Yusha getting, like, that 9k damage, like, low-key getting damage diffed by Mochi, but the final blows go Yusha's way, is just, like, top to bottom. It's a team gap. It's a team gap. I don't know what to tell you. This is a team gap. It's a team gap. LuneX are just a better team than Mochimon. That did not look even remotely hard. 4 minutes and 58 seconds. 4 minutes and 58 seconds against one of the best teams in MRC right now. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna go look at Kurova POV. All right. Well, hey chat. Thanks for joining. I'm not ending the stream, by the way. Just FYI for all you guys. Thanks for joining me on this one. This is probably gonna be the first YouTube video that goes up on my second channel. I thought it would be a longer video, but there you go. LuneX versus Mochimon. Easy stuff.